Hello guys, welcome again to Verified Soul. So, as I had earlier promised, let's go embassy by embassy and let's understand the position of your embassy. Is there hope for you? And what is the likelihood of you receiving the second notification letter in these last days? So, right on my screen, I have these two windows here. We have one is the Word document with the various embassies in the various countries, and we have this website that Zaticius does it well. He compiles and presents very comprehensive data to us so as to understand the current position of every embassy. So that's what we are going to do. So I'll do as many countries and as many embassies from the various regions, almost all the regions, and we shall see the performance of your exact embassy and what is your position at the moment. So remember, we are in the final stretch when we are receiving the second notification letters for the month of September, the very last month for the DV Lottery 2023. So will you get yours? So without much mumbling, let's get directly to what we are doing. So what I'll be doing, I'll be taking a country from this side, from the various region. Let's start with Africa because that is large and we have many cases there. And then we shall go to Asia, Europe, Oceania, and all of you will have to know about your fate. Now, on this table, I have the countries and we have the total case numbers in that country for the DV Lottery 2023. For example, for Algeria, we had a total of 5,526 selectees in the DV Lottery 2023. And all these are DV selectees from various countries. Now, let's check the very first one, Algeria. So what you do, you come and search for the Algiers embassy, and we shall see how it is performing. So you come down here and then you type the Algiers embassy, and here we go. So for Algiers embassy, as of this date here, 22nd of July 2023, they had already handled 4,167 cases. Of the 5,526, they had already handled 4,167 cases. You can see it remains just about 1,300 cases from all these cases, 5,526. And you can see there is an additional of 2 and 2, that is 4 from both Asia and Europe. So as per what we are seeing, they are doing very great. They are remaining with very little count to do their number. And as you can see on this graph here, we can check the highest case number that they have handled. When you look down here, you see we have a clause showing the number where they are, but don't worry about that. On that black window that you see here, that black box, you can see on the top 44,000 and 45,000. So between 44,000 and 45,000, they are handling cases as of 22nd of July from 44,000 to 45,000. And as you saw in the last video, the cutoff number for Algeria was 45,000. And therefore you see they are handling the highest of the cutoff number. So if you are in Algiers and you have the highest case number not beyond 45,000, you see you have the chance. And that is to mean in the month of September, you might have your interview. And I know some of you have already gotten their second verification letters. And as you can see, every month they have been doing very well. 200, 100, 300, 200, 200 every month, scheduling 200, 300 cases for the diversity visa. Doing very well. Now, let's go to this other called Ethiopia. It's another one with a large number of selectees from Africa, 2,761 selectees. So let's see what it is doing as of now, the Addis Embassy. So you just plug in here, the Addis Embassy, and then you have the data. The first thing, we come here and see how many cases they have handled so far. So of the 2,761, only 586 cases have either been interviewed or have been scheduled for the interview. Only 586 of the 2,761. They have way over 2,000 cases to handle, and they cannot do this within August and September. And in fact, from the statistics here below, you can see they even schedule a single case in a whole month. You see many single cases in many months. For the month of July, only 8 cases. So how will they accomplish the 2,761? So they are really underperforming. And when you come to this graph here, you see the case number that they are handling at the moment is around 19,000 and 20,000. You see, let's say, for example, even if you have a medium case number of 30,000, do you have any opportunity in this embassy? Definitely no, as you can see. So it is poorly performing. Then we go to the other one that has quite some number. Let's see Benin. What is Benin doing? They have 404. When you check the Cotonou embassy, you can see right above here, they have scheduled and interviewed 410 cases. They have interviewed and scheduled up to 410 cases. That is as of this date here, 22nd of this month. So as from the statistics, you see the total selectees in Benin were 404, and we have already 410 scheduled and interviewed. So they have even overperformed. So for the case of Benin, they are really doing a very marvelous job. So let's go to Rwanda. Let's go to Rwanda. Rwanda had a total of 1,024 selectees, and let's see what Kigali does in terms of interviewing their people. Kigali. Let's come right up here. Up to now, they have scheduled and interviewed 984 cases. So there are some who have been scheduled and others have already been interviewed, and it is 984. Of the 1,024, 984, a very fabulous job. You see, they are almost done with all the cases. And as you can tell as well from this graph, they are at the very highest of the case numbers. Look, 56,000 and 57,000 between that. They are really doing well. Kigali, Rwanda. Let's go to this other one with a very large number of selectees. It is called Ghana. And Accra, Ghana, are they doing favor to their people? Are they doing justice to their people? Let's see. Let's come above here. How many cases have they interviewed? How many cases have they scheduled? The total of the scheduled cases or the ready cases and the rest is 562. Look at this. Of all these, 3,398, they can just afford to schedule and interview 562, way over 2,800 cases will be doomed. And as you can tell from the graph here, they are still dwindling around 25,000. Yet we have cases up to 54, up to 56, up to 59 that are waiting for their luck. But they have just chosen not to do that. They have just chosen not to do that. Doing very poorly. So if you have those high case numbers, it is definitely a no. You won't make it through the Accra embassy. Now, let's go to another one, like the Cameroonian. How is Yaoundé doing? Cameroon. We just plug our embassy here, Yaoundé. And Yaoundé, they updated last in June. They last updated it in June, as you can see, June. But it has some good news because of the 2,392 cases they have already interviewed and others scheduled for September, a total of 2,014 cases. Just a few hundreds and they're done. In fact, like 200 and something, and they will be done. You see, they are doing a great job, and as you can tell, they are handling highest of the case numbers, that is between 54,000 and 55,000. So they are not doing bad, and we are hoping that we shall see an update in this coming month, August, and also September. So there is some greater hope in Cameroon, but we just are waiting to see any update from them. They are doing a good job. I want to take another one, and that is the other one with a big or huge number of selectees, and that is the DRC. DRC, they have a total number of selectees of 4,385. And when we just check Congo Kinshasa, we come up here. What have they done? The total number of cases already interviewed plus those scheduled is 1,444. Of all 4,385, only 1,444. You see, they are doing bad. This is another embassy that is doing bad. It's doing injustice to its own citizens. So let's not forget to check a very important embassy that handles several countries, and that is the Nairobi embassy. So for Nairobi, we know that they are doing bad, and as we can see here, they've just scheduled and have interviewed 1,629. So of all these cases, 3,417, they have just done only 1,629. And they are just dealing with between 33,000 and 34,000 case numbers. So Nairobi is not doing good. As you can see, even in some months, they did only one case. Only one case. So it is so bad and we don't know what to do, but we hope they will do something in these last months. Otherwise, it is not, and they have killed a lot of people's hope. So let's come out of Africa and go to Asia. And I am interested with Jordan. Jordan had 937 selectees in the DV 2023. Let's see what Amman Embassy is doing. Amman, Jordan, we see that they have interviewed and scheduled 1,241. You see, they have done a very good job in terms of scheduling and conducting the interviews. Let's move ahead. Let's take a look at Burma. So, what is Burma doing? They have a total of 1,107 selectees, and as you can see, the number of cases they have interviewed is 681 of all these. Slightly more than half, though they are not doing good. We can't say they are doing good. Burma, the Rangoon embassy is not doing good in Asia. As you can see, there is a month they did only one case, so it's not doing good. The other one that I get questions of is the Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka, they had 2019 selectees in DV 2023. So let's see how Colombo Embassy is doing. And as of 22nd of July, they had interviewed 1,031 cases together with scheduling. And you can see of the 2,000, slightly above the midpoint, and therefore they are not doing as good as they are required. So Sri Lanka Colombo Embassy is not performing as is needed. We have again Nepal. Nepal is another one with 3,808 selectees, and Nepal is among the countries that have restrictions in terms of the cutoff numbers. And we see as of now, they have already interviewed and scheduled 3,515 cases. And that's a good sign. And you can see they are closer to their cutoff number. The restriction they were given, they are closer to that. So Nepal is not doing bad. It is doing quite some good job. And let's see this other one, Albania. How about Albania? Tirana, Albania. So far they have scheduled and interviewed 1,793, and they have a total of 2,001 cases. That means they are doing quite a good job. They are doing quite a good job. So let's go to Europe. And in Europe, I'll take those with many selectees, like for example, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, Almaty Embassy. As we can see from up here, they have interviewed 1,500 yet they have 1908. So they are not doing bad, as we can tell. We have Kyrgyzstan. The Kyrgyzstan, they have a total number of 2,800. And let's see what they are doing. Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, they have interviewed so far 2,064 cases, and they have 2,800. They are not doing bad. They are doing a good job. So most of the European embassies are not badly performing. They are not badly performing, as we can see in Ankara, Turkey. Let's see how they're doing. They have interviewed and scheduled 1859, yet they have 3,383. They are not doing that good, but it's not as bad as some of the African countries, but they are not doing well. Let's see a final one, Uzbekistan. Tashkent Embassy have so far interviewed 3,437, and that is a good job. Of the 5,511, they have already done 34, 37. That is not so bad. Now, let's just do some final ones from the Oceania region. And I want to go directly to the Fiji, that is the one with the highest case numbers, the Silver Embassy. And let's see what they're doing. They are normally doing great job. Like you can tell from these statistics that they have interviewed 1,133, and we see for the Oceania region they have been given the final cutoff number of 2,500, and that is in the totality of all these countries here. So Silver Embassy is doing a good job. And if you have a number lower than 2,500, you still have some chances, though it is very high from 1,800 to 2,500, but you still have a chance owing to the performance of this Silver Embassy. So I think that is that on this video, but all we can say is that we are coming to the end of the fiscal year, and we have seen some embassies really doing bad, whereas we have others doing very well. And therefore, if you don't get any chance for an interview this year, there is still another DV lottery. Though it's so painful, you try again, and you never know, it might be your chance. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please consider liking and also subscribing to the channel, and let's meet in the next video.